The drum. Baseline.
Muy buenas, ¿qué tal, gente? ¿Cómo estamos? Bienvenidos. ¡Qué calor hace, Dios mío! Un segundito que estaba teniendo un problema. Y ya voy a empezar la cuenta atrás y estoy con vosotros, ¿vale? Mientras ir pasando y me comentáis si se escucha bien. Y seguimos con los directos. Refresco el chat para no confundir con los mensajes anteriores. Hola Rocco, se me oye bien. Se pegó YouTube. ¿Cómo que se pegó YouTube? ¿Qué ha pasado con YouTube? Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. Vamos a mirarlo en YouTube. Antes lo miré en Facebook. Es que cada vez vamos cambiando de plataforma. Tu canal. Estoy en directo, ¿no? Se ve. A ver. Plataforma, tu canal. Vale. Sí, se ha visto con la intro y todo. Vale, ya está. Vamos a Facebook. Madre mía, qué calor. Pues ya está. Ay. No, es que estaba escribiendo un mensaje. Pues vamos a poner los cascos y vamos a ver este Marvel Ultimate Alliance parte 1, ¿vale? Hay muchos vídeos así de Nintendo. No sé el tiempo que voy a tardar en vérmelos todos, por Dios. Vamos a darle, ¿no, gente? A ver. Vamos a reajustar esto un poquito más aquí. Y a ver qué nos encontramos. Contador. Vamos a resetearlo por si acaso, que ya sabemos que falla más que una copeta de feria. Y vamos a ver qué nos encontramos.
And welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live here at E3 2019. I am Demetrius and I have some really good people with me. I have Dan, Sam, and a special guest from Marvel, Mark.
¿Qué tal?
Say hi, Mark.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Now
Tenemos
we're
a
here
Mark
to show Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Para enseñar en Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3
So,
Black
Dan, why don't you
Order.
just take us away on that.
Yeah, thanks, Demetrius. We're going to just jump into a stage here in just a minute, show some of the stories, show some of the characters. There's just such a great cast from all different groups. The event.
A ver, escucha la música de fondo. ¿No es el puto Zelda?
Adventures, Guardian of the Galaxy, X-Men, and whatnot. We want to show some of that and just show some gameplay. And Mark, you can kind of show us some of the finer points, or tell us some examples of really good story parts that you were involved with. So we're just going to jump into a state level here. It's the Xavier Institute, which is going to be known to comic fans as the home of the X-Men. And we've got the Sentinels coming in.
Qué bueno.
It's probably the house that cannot get insurance anymore. I don't think anybody touches the mansion.
Gets knocked down a lot.
Every time I hear the X-Men, I just want to go X-Men really loud. I have to hold myself to that.
So Mark, you being the writer on this game, it must have been so fun to have a chance to jump into this franchise where really you've just got Marvel's toy box open to you. All these characters, all these cool locations. What was that like diving into this
game?
It was really amazing. There are so few places
that you get to use
all of these characters from all these different families of Marvel heroes at the same time. There haven't been many games in the past other than the Marvel Ultimate series where you've gotten to bring all of these great heroes
Magneto, Bruja Escarlata y el otro no me fijaba bien.
Those families of characters as well. So to be able to have that whole world at my fingertips while I was writing, and to be able to pick and choose lots of amazing characters from Marvel's roster was really something special.
And I imagine it's nice with this since it's been about 10 years since we had one of these games. You had a good chance to do a fresh start. People don't have to have played the first two games. They can just jump in, so you could just write a really nice, solid new story.
Exactly, yeah. We wanted to make it accessible to everyone, whether you're
Tenía una nueva historia, no hace falta haber jugado los anteriores.
A brand new person coming into Marvel for the very first time.
Speaking of jumping in, how about we get into some multiplayer?
Awesome.
Venga, vamos un poquito al multijugador, ¿no?
Oh, you want me to jump in too?
Yes, jump on in.
Thank you.
I'm just going to start out here with Luke Cage. He is
super cool.
He is a cool character. He's kind of a big bruiser.
Vale.
How are you doing there, Spider-Gwen?
A ver qué tal va esto.
There we go.
We're going to come in here. All the characters have kind of light and heavy attacks, which you can combo by pressing buttons.
Pressing the various X or
Y. Vale, ahí
se
ven los combos.
X or Y. And they also have special abilities, which are activated with the R button and then one of the other.
Yo no jugué a los anteriores.
There we go.
Nice. Yeah, that was Spider-Gwen's giant web ball.
I apologize, I'm just getting too busy nerding out.
Si alguno ha jugado a los anteriores y quiere añadir alguna información, se lo agradecería.
Because I know, Dan, you said you're Luke Cage. I am Iron Man.
Yep, and I'm playing as Captain Marvel.
I got Gwen.
Yes, there we go.
So we made short work of those Sentinels, but there's quite a few more up here. You can see Iron Man's got one of their power cores. If you defeat them, they drop that, and then you can use it to hit the other ones.
Vale, tiene ahí los núcleos de Iron Man. Que estos diseños de Centinela me encantan,
I love all these cutscenes.
Yeah, the cutscenes are so great. And I
Yo creo que esto es para jugarlo con gente.
Inspirations from movies and comic books and animated series that kind of play into the look and feel of these.
And that was really important to us. One of the things
Qué guapa
we
la
wanted to do
textura
was
del
make
traje
sure
de
it was
Lobezno,
accessible to
Mira.
fans, no matter where they were coming from, whether they're fans of the Marvel movies or the comic books
Nightcrawler
or the game series.
Mariposa
We
Mental.
wanted to make sure that they were able to jump into this game and have all the knowledge that they needed, feel like they could relate to the characters, and have that connection that's so important when you're playing a game. And give each character a moment to shine.
Psylocke.
Yeah, so here we have Nightcrawler and Psylocke coming in. They're going to join the Alliance. We'll be able to play with them after this. But first, we've got more Sentinels to defeat.
Let's get them.
Mira, bestia.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, yeah. Send them to the scrap heap. You can see the arcing line that appears between our characters. That indicates that there's some synergy between our abilities. And we can probably trigger a special attack if we time it right.
Oh, nice core throw. That was a good start.
Oh, yeah. Each of the enemies has a hit point meter and also a stagger gauge. And when they're staggered, they kind of go down like that, and you can kind of hit them as much as you want before they get up. And then they also drop items as well.
It's a good way to keep them from damaging you, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's another core.
Hay cierta sinergia que son las líneas esas que se van moviendo de energía de uno a otro, porque pueden combinar los ataques según parece.
There's a few item drops there too that we're getting leveling up as you go, getting experience.
Vale, suben de nivel y acumulan experiencia también. Eso es bueno saberlo. Vamos a ver qué más hay.
One thing I love about this game is depending on which characters you bring with you, the ways their different abilities synergize are so different, and each character really feels distinct. So it's just so fun to experiment and see who kind of feels like they meet your play style, who works well together.
Yeah, and that was one of the considerations we really took when we were putting together the roster, is not just who would make great characters for the story, but who would play well. You know, we wanted to have a wide variety of powers and ideas behind these characters so that everyone could find somebody that they love.
Yeah. And it's really great how, like, the synergy moves sometimes mirror what you see in the movies or comics. So there's a move between Captain America and Iron Man where he can kind of
objeto raro conseguido, ¿no?
Captain America's shield.
¿Cuánto duraba esta parte? Media hora. Son de media hora cada uno de estos, ¿no? En ese sentido, el apartado del Treehouse de Nintendo me gusta muchísimo, porque entra mucho, profundizan muchísimo los juegos.
So after we beat those guys, we're going to have these two join us. And we can go ahead and switch characters if we want. Try out some of the guys.
Please. There's so many I definitely want to go through and try out a bunch of them.
So let's go to Hero Select.
Vamos. Ah, mira, puedes cambiar en cualquier momento, ¿no?
Now, are we coming dibs or are we just gonna?
A ver qué hay ahí.
I don't know who I want next. Let me see.
Mira, está Rocket y Groot.
I would like to play as Iron
Hulk.
Fist.
I might grab Wolverine, actually.
Yeah.
I got Ms. Marvel.
I think I'm going to try the Hulk.
You know what?
So press B when you're ready with your selection.
I'm trying to decide. Okay, yeah.
When you're a fan of all these characters, it's hard to decide.
Sí, es muy difícil seleccionarlo, ¿eh?
And you can see there's so many, like the Inhumans are in there.
No, no es como el Diablo 3 2.
Haven't been represented much.
No es como el Diablo 3. Es un pelín más arcade, ¿vale?
Back home, you know, in the office, we're still big comic book fans at heart. So this type
no tiene niveles random ni tampoco nada de eso que yo sepa.
I can't wait to actually play this with you guys in the office.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can kind of make your dream team. You know, all those characters that might not team up every day in the comics or in the movies. You can finally bring them together.
Hulk got shocked.
Lo más parecido son los arcades antiguos tipo Golden Axe, pero con nivel.
Even characters that maybe don't meet each other all the time. It's got to be really cool to get a chance to write those interactions.
Lo que pasa es que han puesto un nivel y demás, entonces yo no sé cómo implica eso. El nivel tiene que estar ligado al jugador, no al personaje.
A moment to highlight the relationships. There are a lot of characters who have deep history together, and trying to fit that into the game was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of somebody who's fit into the game over here.
You can see through the window.
Cooking tacos in there?
It's Taco Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday.
No,
hopefully they'll have some tacos over there at the cafeteria.
Can we go out for tacos after
this? So Nick Fury is telling us to search the area, and over here we see an Infinity Rift. These are lead to things called Infinity Trials, which are kind of side missions. We're not going to go into those in this segment, but we are going to talk about them in our next segment. So we're just going to pass over that for now. There was a message earlier that we might have missed in all the action to meet the Beast.
Yo lo que no sé el tipo de historia que tiene, el tiempo que dura y los niveles que tiene.
Yeah.
A ver, si te gustan los personajes Marvel, el juego tiene buena pinta.
What you got for us, Beast?
Uy, no me gusta la cara de Betsy un poco, no es rara.
The name introductions, they're very appropriate.
Yeah, we wanted to give everybody an intro where they were kind of summed up in a quick phrase, in a fun, you know, catchy way that you could get to the core of the character at the moment he was introduced or she was introduced, and so we've put those in, and they seem to be
Una piedra del
going over
infinito.
quite well.
Yeah. So here's another chance to switch characters if we want. Why not?
So did you have any characters you were particularly fond of that you found were especially fun to write for?
It did. I thought that Ms. Marvel was a lot of fun. That was a character that I hadn't had much chance to write before, and so getting to explore her voice a little bit.
También que no lo había visto antes.
New, positive, up-and-coming Marvel character that a lot of people really love, and I really enjoyed what character that was announced this morning, Elsa Bloodstone. She is a British monster.
Vale, cambia la estadística del grupo, ¿vale? Según
she was great.
El grupo que haga.
Writing Star-Lord and
bueno.
Rocket. Anytime I can get those two together in a scene, they steal the show from me. So
quality Sparmy banter.
Yeah, oh yeah, so much fun.
So we're going to talk to Beast again. He took that Infinity Stone from the Hellfire Club, who I think we know has some powerful
Fuego Infernal y le ha quitado la piedra del infinito.
Keep hope alive.
All right, what's going on?
So I think someone's a little angry about it. And
vale.
Another Blackbird, again, like the mansion. We can repair that.
Ahí lo ves, no.
You're full of them, luckily.
Just the spares. Bring out the next one.
Oh my goodness.
And this can't be good.
That is a much larger Sentinel.
And he has one of the Infinity Stones. So the Infinity Stones are in this game, but it's a completely unique story from any other
Piedra Infinita está en este juego, pero otra historia. Buenas, Víctor. Sobre gusto no hay colores, pero es cierto que el universo de DC tiene cosas muy chulas, Mira ahí mi colección de Super Batman y Superman.
You wouldn't be doing them justice by just shoehorning them into an existing story. So we wanted to create something new and fresh that everyone could enjoy for the first time.
Colossus, Cíclope.
Hey guys.
Cool. Colossus and Cyclops are going to help us out.
Okay.
Vale, es un boss.
Now we gotta try to take out these enemies, and then so what do we get?
What's your strategy here?
Psylocke.
Not getting hit.
Deal. Okay. Strat 1. Don't get hit.
Vale.
The best I can. I picked Captain America, so I'm gonna brave
Eso no sé si tendrá función online o no, pero tiene cositas interesantes. Habrá que verlo.
Set up so we can do these. Just press L and R. You can do a whole bunch of damage here in this Ultimate Alliance Extreme. You can see we're just racking up the damage there on him, which is nice.
Let's take down this other Sentinel on the right.
And we've almost got a stagger gauge down too.
Get out of there, get out of there. Nope.
There he goes.
Madre mía, la que están liando ahí.
Use your abilities, we can get some synergies going.
All right.
Yeah. Well done.
All right.
Yeah, we got him on half.
Somewhere. I'm gonna try to go pick it up. Is that it? I thought you got it.
You got it?
Yeah, get the core.
Quizás la línea, a ver, quizás la línea de color de los personajes para mi gusto es muy cantoso, ¿vale? Le quita la de eso. No lo sé, no me acaba de gustar. Me rompe un poquito la inmersión, ¿sabes? Del juego. A ver los personajes con esa línea.
You can see where they're dropping these items that are going to help us power up our characters.
I see another one. Pick it up.
Yeah, throw that core at him. There we go. Yeah, he's gone.
Nice.
Those Infinity Stones aren't that powerful.
Oh, yeah. Well, a Sentinel just doesn't know how to use them.
Hopefully they don't fall into the wrong hands.
Let's not compute.
They're no match for our teamwork.
That's right. This isn't our first Sentinel rodeo.
Oh, that's a lot of mutants.
There's all the mutants.
Destruir todo el mutante.
Oh, well.
That seems like a poor design flaw.
Something's taking them apart, and the parts are floating.
Pues nada.
Oh boy.
Ah, mira, Magneto. Mística y Juggernaut. Qué guapo el diseño de Mística.
Yeah. There's so many
Juggernaut, que es el hermano de Xavier, y Magneto.
Yeah, and this morning in the direct we got to show a lot more of the villains, which was really fun.
Yeah.
MODOK and Hela and Surtur and the Destroyer and Doc Ock. So the roster of villains is growing too, which is exciting.
Yeah, and the cool thing I like
Hay mucho
about
más
the
enemigos que en
villains,
otros juegos, eso
is
también
just
está mola.
each one sort of has their own way to defeat them. I'll say, without giving away too much.
Yeah, the choices on the costume design are really interesting too, looking at some of those classic characters and some of the ones we have who are newer. We've got a real interesting mix. If you've maybe seen the character in one context, you might not recognize some of these older costumes or things that maybe didn't show up in the movies, but it's a really just cool walk down memory lane for a Marvel fan.
Yeah, it's kind of a synthesis of all of those different mediums that they've appeared in. You know, we wanted to kind of distill them down to their core and make sure that
lo que parece que son los personajes son estereotipos de ellos mismos. Lo que están diciendo básicamente.
Here's Colossus meeting with Magneto.
It's a bad team.
Seems like it happens all the time. Oh, and there they go. They'll be fine.
I feel like one of them will be fine. The other one's kind of fleshy, meaty bones.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about
Colossus stands a better chance of a safe landing.
He's got a hard head. As long as he lands on that, I'll be okay.
This is why I think if I was ever a mutant, I'd probably be a bad guy, because I would just want to talk trash. And
Convence a Magneto para que se una a la alianza.
They get to say the coolest stuff.
All right, so let's see if we can't convince Magneto to join the Alliance. He's with Juggernaut and Mystique, which is going to make it probably pretty difficult where we're at right now.
Quizás lo que yo más destaca es el tema de la cantidad de tiempo que hay entre escena y juego, ¿sabes? No sé si después esto tendrá fases más largas, que no tenga tantas escenas.
Alright, we're getting there.
No. Well, there's no way to beat him right now, but that may change when we get more powerful. This is...
Clearly apparent right there.
We're not convincing enough.
All by my hand. This is 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 all by my hand.
So now, what's going to happen? Oh,
Leave
the
the
mansion
alone.
See what I mean? He says the coolest stuff.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Villains
No
have
estoy
all good
escuchando los
lines.
diálogos porque están hablando ellos.
Nothing can stop him.
Esto. ¡Ah! ¡Qué
Sounds like you
guapo!
wrote that.
¡Ah, que quería verlos chocar!
So here's kind of going to be a challenging part where we need to run from the Juggernaut through this debris field of the mansion. And
Wolverine is
Vale.
short. No, it's slow. Come on, buddy. Run. Keep jumping.
oh,
Madre
wow,
mía.
that's down. It's up to you, Cap.
Oh no, I'm out.
Oh gosh.
Cap,
Get it closer. Oh no. Oh, did he get me? Oh, he got me. No.
Lo han cogido a todos, han perdido, qué mal.
Well, this is
That's
somewhere
never
where maybe
happened
if we'd
before.
chosen a more agile
Yeah, why don't we go back
character.
to a shield point and we'll pick some
Rethink
characters who
our
might
loadout here.
be better at fleeing from.
Splatted me into the wall.
Yeah.
With such a large
Unstoppable.
roster, luckily there's a character
Yeah.
for every situation.
And actually, the mobility side of it's really interesting because some of the characters can fly, some of them are web slingers,
Yeah.
and it actually really changes your mobility. Even
Pero
as far
están hablando
as
que la
who has a
habilidad de los
double
personajes
jump, who
también
doesn't,
influye. Algunos
what
pueden
they do
volar,
when
otros
they're up in
pueden
the air, but that kind of
engancharse con la
flexibility is
telaraña.
something that's really useful to keep in mind when you're thinking
Obviamente.
about a moment like that.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's go in here and
All
switch
right.
to some more mobile characters.
Okay. And then I will switch to
Vamos a ver.
Thor, because Thor can fly.
Yeah.
Thor puede
That's a good
volar.
choice. The spider characters are good.
I got Miles.
Remember that Captain Marvel.
All right.
Mira, Thor, Venom, Miles Morales y Capitana Marvel.
Venom.
We'll give this
Ah,
another
no,
try. We
Venom.
can do it.
Honestly, this guy's just my boy anyway. I want to see him.
Oh
in
yeah,
action.
Venom's awesome.
We're getting lots of team bonuses too. That's cool.
Yeah. All right.
¡Wow, qué guapo Thor!
The team of snappy dressers.
All right, we'll just talk
Let's
to
do
him,
this.
talk to Beast again to trigger. Oh, we may have to lose to Magneto again.
Oh, we can take him. We got some burly
This time we got
characters here.
stronger
should be all right.
characters.
We got this.
Oh, we can.
Can we skip this?
Yeah, we can skip it.
Okay.
So, Mark, I know you've been writing Marvel comics for years, and you've had a chance to work with a lot of these franchises. Before that, you were actually a Marvel editor as well.
I was.
I imagine that skill set really comes into play when you're trying to manage such a large
Bueno,
project.
está
with such
hablando
a
también
large
que ha sido
roster.
editor de Marvel, entonces claro que eso también
To
influye.
balance where everybody is in this story at the same time was something we needed to do in editorial a lot because we'd be overseeing 10, 15 books a month.
And where
we
is
have to
everybody
know
right
in an
now?
Avengers title where Captain America and Thor were going to be that month in their own books. So being able to take all of these characters and keep a constant eye on them while I was putting together this story, it was very helpful to have that background.
Obviamente tuvo todo el trasfondo a la hora de construir
Yeah, we got.
la historia esta. Pero a ver cómo es afinar el juego, ¿eh? Creo que era exclusivo de Switch.
We got a lot of synergies going
Pero
on.
no, acabará saliendo en otras consolas
Wants to be-
seguramente.
There we go.
Get in here. All right, should we take these smaller sentinels out first?
Yeah, let's get rid of
Get
him.
their cores.
Yeah, that'll really help. There's one. I see a core.
Oh, no.
Ow.
Swing out of here for a little bit.
Pero ya lo tienen casi derrotado, ¿no? Está costando más que
Get
antes,
this
creo.
other guy. Jump in the air. Oh. Oh, Thor down.
What?
Thor down. I got bombed on.
I gotcha.
My bad.
Arrive there.
Vale, se pueden revivir los jugadores cuando caen.
And there we go. We're
back.
good. We're back. We're back.
Madre mía.
Look out for the surrounding fire.
Lo que no sé si hay árbol de habilidades o algo de eso.
Okay,
You can
now
dodge.
we're good. Ooh. Okay, let's get back in there.
I think we got him.
Pues no lo sé, no he leído las noticias. Es que llevo un par de días sin leer noticias. Me estoy poniendo más día con L3. Bugs, ni idea.
I think that he won't like that.
A ver.
There we go. A lot quicker.
Everybody leveled up too. We
Now
got
we just
rare
gotta deal with
items. It
Juggernaut.
was worth it.
All right, let's
We
skip
got more
this.
experience points.
Let's
Yeah.
get back to where we were.
Yeah.
We got this.
Skip some cinemas.
Okay.
All right, try to persuade you. We already know it's gonna happen. So it's all right.
If we can,
Just jump right in there. All
come
right.
on.
Should we try and see if we can take down
Oh,
Juggernaut?
it's fun.
Oh, okay.
You can see Mystique throws out these explosive grenades that are trouble.
Almost.
So the characters all have a good variety of attack patterns. And I
Pues
love
no
how
lo
that
sé, no
captures,
estoy
you
viendo
know,
ahora mismo
the
nada.
things that they would do in the actual comics.
Aww.
Vale.
School.
All right, yep. skip that.
Okay.
All right, we can do this.
Here we go.
We got this, guys.
Juggernaut, take 2.
I think he just kind of took us by surprise, even though we've done this before.
Just gonna swing out of here. Bye,
Watch out for chandeliers,
Oh no, I got stuck on the chandelier.
Watch out for chandeliers. He has like a shockwave in front of him too that you have to watch out for.
He is just getting us. Come on, you guys got it.
I got it.
Keep going, keep going.
All right, so here's the payoff.
Juggernaut is no joke.
Just in time for tacos.
¿Y esto?
I sincerely hope you practice this out
Dios
loud.
mío, yo tengo hambre. No me hagáis eso con la comida, maldita sea.
In the mirror, I sang that many mornings.
Your family's just like, what's wrong with you?
Okay, that's it. Someone's about to get a kick square in the chimichanga.
Sí, Deadpool backs, Deadpool.
He was. Oh, and then why? The mansion didn't do it.
More patchwork.
Clean up and I'll exit.
All right.
Will destroy you.
Oh, okay.
I think one of us is knocked out.
The nice thing about Deadpool is that he didn't seem to care that the X-Men mansion was getting attacked by Sentinels or by Magneto, but when somebody ruined his tacos, he's joining the fight.
Do you want to switch
Ya ve, vaya tela con lo de Deadpool. Qué bueno.
Stay with Captain Marvel, but
Oh, we can stick with these then for a little bit. We didn't
I
spend
think
too
I'm
much
going to
time
switch
with
out to somebody with a little bit of more brute strength.
Yeah,
I know Juggernaut's coming up.
Yeah, I'll stick with Thor then.
I might stick with my boy here. He makes me happy.
all right.
Drax.
Yeah, we're ready.
Vamos a ver Drax. ¿Cómo se ve?
I'll take pizza. we got pizza?
Well, the tacos are ruined, so we got to order something.
All right, so we got to go to Chase.
A ver, se ve chulo y se ve fluido. Ahora que me la baja abajo, ¿no?
And I don't. Oh, we're gonna talk much about this, or are we just gonna
We're
let folks
just going
wonder
to run
about
past it,
that?
but that's a little box that's kind of locked behind a force field that you need special abilities to unlock. We're going to leave that to players to figure out.
It's a secret. All right. Okay, rematch with Juggernaut. We got this.
Bueno, vamos a intentar ver cómo van a cargarse Juggernaut.
No, get out of the way.
Yeah, when he's charging like that, yeah, there you go.
There we go.
All right, pile it on now. Yeah.
Come on. Oh.
Sí, está, Venom, lo han cambiado.
One thing I do love about this game
¿No lo
is
ve
honestly,
ahí?
no matter who you play, you just get to feel so awesome. Just throwing these abilities around and playing as your favorite characters, it's just a blast.
Yeah, and with each of the characters having 4 different abilities, you can always
Max,
switch it up
está ahí,
while you're
Venom,
playing.
no lo ve.
It's a lot of fun to try out their different attributes.
Ahora va a ver qué más hay.
Got it.
He's not having a good day.
La que están liando, ¿eh?
Is he about to charge again?
Yeah. There he goes. Fly in the air.
Gosh. Web slinging is so awesome.
There we go.
Come here,
Pile
you.
it on.
Yeah, oh yeah. Cool. I like that simultaneous
Vaya
Thor
tela.
and Captain Marvel just descending from the sky.
Got first
Oh,
punch.
we will try.
Oh, we are trying.
Uh-oh.
That punch again.
Nope, nope, nope. Get out of here.
Oh, so close. Oh, yeah. There we go.
La nueva la nueva de Venom no la he visto, Bax, así que no te puedo decir.
Almost. Uh-oh.
No, no, no.
Oh, that's not all three of you.
I was too
I'm good.
overconfident.
Oh, I'm trying. Oh, no.
No, we can do this.
I'm
Swing
down.
around, Venom, swing.
Just revive us instead now.
Okay, I'm
only
coming,
hope, Venom.
Venom recovery service, en route. Don't,
You got this.
do
Uno
not
que
touch
se
me until I've
revivió.
got them up. Oh, wait, I'm gonna try to get Drax over here if you can get him up.
Ah, mira, ha venido Deadpool a ayudar.
Thank you.
Oh.
I'm healing here. What are you doing? That was
He's almost
rude.
there.
Now I'm out.
Okay.
Man,
Oh, he's so
Wow.
tough. So
Yep.
good though.
take him out.
Estos personajes no están cheteados, ¿eh?
Oh, there we go. Got
Nice.
him.
Nice.
Good job, guys.
Vale, vale.
We stopped the unstoppable Juggernaut.
Pero es que no enseñan lo que afecta a la subida de nivel, no sé por qué. No enseñan árbol, no enseñan nada. ¿Qué tal a la gente?
Oh, good.
it's
Cyclops
Cyclops.
is back.
Yeah,
He
he's
survived.
Mira, ya ha venido Psycho.
Relatively
He's
unbruised.
fine.
Oh, can you bring us back, guys?
Nope, we're out.
Gonna leave us
Look at
He's
behind.
running after us.
You think you cannot be stopped, Tovarish?
Ahí viene.
This is a classic battle.
You wrong.
Sí, una batalla clásica. Qué bueno, yo quería ver la pelea. Y ahí está Deadpool que se une. Pues está teniendo buena pinta, gente. A ver, divertido parece un rato.
Alright, who are you guys thinking?
I will be... Oh gosh, so many good characters.
I might actually grab Deadpool.
Yeah, I was gonna say someone should grab
do Rocket and Groot. Oh, that's a good idea.
Alright, I'll be Star-Lord.
Mira, Star-Lord. Mira, han cogido Groot. Vale. Y otra vez lo ven, no.
Rocket and Groot are really interesting too because their attack combinations are really unusual, I think, since there's actually two characters in one there.
So Rocket does the bombs and the guns, and Groot's got his arms and his
Rocket Groot tiene buena pinta.
So they get to have a lot of interesting combinations while they fight.
Muy buena los que se estáis uniendo, ¿vale? Bienvenidos. Estamos aquí viendo los distintos directos del E3 que no me he visto. Y si queréis pasar más tiempo aquí conmigo, el siguiente será Luigi's Mansion 3, que cortaré el directo y reiniciaré un directo nuevo, ¿vale? Tardaré 10 minutos entre una emisión y otra. Y estoy aquí con vosotros de nuevo para ver Luigi's Mansion. Así que si queréis quedaros, bienvenidos sois. Podéis suscribiros para recibir las notificaciones y todo eso. Vamos a ver. Oh, la sala del peligro. Wow. Vamos a ver.
The danger room is it can generate any environment. So it looks like we've got background here, maybe from Wakanda, but we've got prisoners from the raft that we're fighting. So it's a mix and match of different elements.
Bueno, que puede crear la habitación del peligro puede crear cualquier tipo de escenario y cualquier tipo de enemigo. En este caso tiene escenario de Wakanda y tienen prisioneros. Qué bueno.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see those synergy lines are just popping up all over the place because this team, I think, has a lot of great synergies. I love how you can just kind of with Wolverine, you can just kind of juggle these guys across the screen. I get a little carried away here.
Está muy bien.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm in.
Why not?
I'm on it.
Mess him up.
Oh, Void Sphere. That sounds powerful.
Wow, la que sale ahí.
We've got another way.
Okay.
So I don't think we're going to be able to get through all of this, but
Qué chulo.
we can.
Should we do a little bit more?
Yeah, we can do a little bit more.
Okay. Playing Star-Lord is so fun.
Max, pues a lo mejor seguramente. Pantera Negra, si ha dicho Wakanda, sí. Seguramente que este es Pantera Negra también. A ver, conforme va avanzando la historia vas desbloqueando los distintos personajes, por lo tanto se irá viendo sobre la marcha. Creo que tenía otro... A ver, creo que había otro vídeo.
Stop punching me! I'm trying to be helpful! Alright, here we go.
Wolverine is just so fast, he just goes across the screen. Like, whoa, buddy.
Thanks for trying.
No, I'm gonna do this. One way or another.
Astral Chain.
There we go. Okay, we're back.
I got knocked out.
Hay parte 2 de este también, ¿vale? Entonces...
Me too. Wait, okay. Almost done.
That was the same bomb that did me in, Sam.
These guys are jerks.
All right, I think that might be close. Or we got a little time.
Whoa.
We got a few more minutes.
Can we? Do we have it? Do we have it?
Well, I guess as we're wrapping up.
We should wrap up.
Vale, el siguiente Luigi Mansion. Quedan muchos directos, Quedan bastante.
It's great to finally get it out there and to have more and more announcements of characters that are added to the roster and new villains and new locations. I think it's really exciting. And this morning the
Supongo que lo haré por la mañana, a lo mejor para porque si no no termino nunca.
So the roster is growing and growing, and lots of fan favorite characters getting added into the series.
También los Cuatro Fantásticos acaban de decir que está.
Not only some classic characters, but some brand new ones to the franchise.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that wraps it up for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. Stay tuned for a new trailer for a different game. Also, after that, we're going to have Super Mario Maker 2 with Takashi Tezuka. So that's coming up next. We'll see you soon.
Pues nada, gente, esto ha sido... Vale. Esto ha sido el Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Vamos a dejar aquí ya pegado. El siguiente vídeo, que lo corto ahora y reinicio en 10 minutos, va a ser Luigi's Mansion, que la voy a ver con vosotros, la parte 1. Pues nada, Marvel... Por ahora lo que hemos visto de Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 me ha gustado bastante. Me parece bastante interesante. funciona bien. Quizá lo que os he dicho, muy cortas las partes de juego y te va entremezclando con mucha historia. No sé si después habrá fases más enfocadas a desafíos muy largas para petar los personajes, retos y demás, los demás restos de modo de juego, pero habría que verlo cómo irá avanzando. Yo supongo que las primeras compases del juego serán muchos personajes desbloqueando y luego se irá calmando la cosa y habrá tramos mucho más jugables y con algunas escenas de historia entre medio. Por lo menos eso es lo que a mí me gustaría. La escena de Deadpool, brutalísima con los tacos, incluso me ha entrado hambre viendo esos tacos ahí por ahí tirados. Pues nada, gente, lo dicho, voy a tardar 10 minutos en preparar el siguiente directo, ¿vale? Voy a hacerlo individualmente, tal como viene aquí en Nintendo Direct. Así que nos vemos, si me deja la aplicación, ¿vale? Si me deja. Nos vemos en 10-11 minutos, preparo el directo y estoy con vosotros viendo Luigi Mansion, ¿de acuerdo? 3. Tengo muchísimas ganas de ver ese juego. El 1 en GameCube está chulo. El 2 de la 3DS me encantó. Me quedé con las ganas de conseguir el remake para la 3DS. Y vamos a ver qué nos van a ofrecer aquí para la Nintendo Switch. Así que no vayáis muy lejos, ¿vale? Que estoy con vosotros en 10 minutos. Tanto en Twitch, YouTube, Facebook y Mixer, ¿vale? Si os quedáis por aquí seguramente os llegue el aviso. Venga, gente. Hasta ahora.